What is up, gang? Alright, we got a bowl. Check. Coffee. Check. And a mischievous curiosity to do fucked up shit in this game to ensure a one-way ticket to hell. Double check. We're playing The Sims 4 again. And we're here at the house. We're going to check in on Stella Nofella and the family. And I'll give you a little bit of a progression update. We'll see where this is getting ready to go. This is so fucked up. Okay. So we're going down here to the middle floor. And, you see here that, Stella is playing a song. Hang on, let me cut that off. All right. Stella was playing a song that she wrote called My Baby Daddy Gone. But as they say, no one's ever truly gone. So with a little bit of spiritual swaying and a little bit of coaxing, I actually have hang on, I'm going to the wrong. Oh, hang on, he's haunting the shower, but let's speed this up a little bit. There he is. All right. He is back entombed in the wall that killed him originally with his pet slug. And if you look, he's absolutely fucking miserable. He has to pee. He's exhausted. He's starving. He's dirty. But I've already killed him once, so he can't die again. So he is now just forced to be in limbo. All right. And he peed himself. But he does have some little boost from his decor because of his slug, I guess. And he's enjoying his solitude. And he's proud that his kid is growing so fast. And the irony is, they have never seen each other yet. Speaking of, let's check in on little Hubba Bubba. There he is right there. He's sleeping away. Little man all tuckered out and stinking. He's never had a bath. All right, there's garbage all over the room. I put down a bunch of space fruit that I get off the plants in the front yard so he can feed himself whenever he gets hungry. If Stella doesn't come down here and feed him in the high chair. And gave him some toys to play with and everything. And he's constantly pissed off. Let's see, he's filthy. Obviously, he's never had a bath. Diaper rash because half the time he just goes in the diaper. Like we can make him wet the bed right now. Use the diaper. So you see it doing that right now, and then look, there's a puddle on the floor. And now there's a way. And I figured this out yesterday. And like I said, I didn't create this shit. I'm just figuring out you can do it. But there's a way, because this kid inherited from his father that he can eat out of the trash. So if he digs in the trash and trash gets on the ground, and then he pees on the ground, whatever was cleaned out of the porta potty was in the trash. Whenever he pees on the ground, it fertilizes whatever was in his poop on the dirt floor here. And it starts sprouting up more of these little seeds. So he's self-sufficient. These two kids, however, were not. So, climb back up the little mysterious ladder here. But like I said, we have to keep him safe. We can't let him anywhere near a pool, and toddlers can't climb ladders. So he's in harm's way, but as safe as possible. Just his upbringing has not been up to par. Okay, so as as we're Hubba Bubba's at, and Stella is the only one that has access to this door, so only she can go in and out, but Bubba Fat cannot. So he is now a member of my household to where I can control him now, but we're not doing that. We're just gonna keep him locked away as the seed giver to our bastard child. He's haunting the lawn furniture. Look. That's the only thing he has to do to keep him from going crazy, is haunting the two objects within his reach from that little bitty room. The lawn furniture and the shower. But anyway, even though I like this house, I think it's really time to move, since Stella No Fella has a blooming, blossoming family. So, if we come up here to manage worlds, hang on, let me save game real quick. This little loading screen will just take a second, and then what we're doing is we're having an unveiling of the new house that I've been building across town. Whenever this plan was first conceived, whenever she was on her way to being rich and famous. Not really across town, it's across the street. And I'm going to end up taking out all the residential. There's only one other residential house in this neighborhood, and I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to have nothing but businesses here, so we don't have any neighbors. We can just be left alone. So we'll go check out the new house that I'm in the middle of building, and it won't be too long before it's done, minus some furnishings and luxuries and whatnot. But what am I doing here? Okay. So we got to load back into this house. But as you saw, Stella No Fella, the ghost of Bubba Fat, and their out of wedlock child that was ready to be born at the exact moment of Bubba Fat's death. Well, they're growing. So they're not really going to a bigger house, but a nice little modest abode that I'm still working on. Like I said, it's not finished, but it does have a pool. But don't worry, we're going to keep little Hubba Bubba as far away from water as possible. We will not have another whooping cough accident. So I pretty much got the kitchen done already. Like I said, just modest kitchen. You don't really need much to get through. So there's the kitchen. And I have another little secret bookshelf door here, which will only be accessed to me because, as we know, Stella No Fella is a raging alcoholic and is constantly making drinks and drinking at the bar. So we gave her her own little private, exclusive hideaway, just a little bar where she can come and unwind and get away from the hustles and bustles of life. So there's that. Now, moving on, we come over here and we have a modest bathroom. Nothing big, no big frills or whatever. Like I said, what we're looking for is space. This is a room I haven't decided what to do yet. Maybe an art studio, maybe a small gym, who knows. Stella likes to stay fit. This might be a library over here. Little reading nook or whatever. Still working on, as you see, I got furniture all over the place. Still working on the living room. But it's coming along, it's coming along. And if we go upstairs, it's basically a loft bedroom. So, starting to work on that. We got enough to move in. We got a bed, a kitchen, a bathroom, and some activities. We got enough to move in, but I want to make sure it's fully furnished and fully built, and fully done, and top notch whenever the new family gets here. Nobody wants to finish all that shit whenever they move into a new house. So let's go ahead and get all that done for them. I won't make you sit through all that. That's the boring part. But oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Hang on, let me swing around here. Oh, gotta go down the floor. What do we have here? Why, that looks like another ladder. And we know toddlers can't climb ladders. But I don't think it matters because, I mean, eventually we're going to have to take him from a toddler to a child. So, you know, Hubba Bubba can't stay a toddler forever. He's eventually going to have to progress as we do in life. So let's see where the ladder goes, shall we? We're going to just drop down here and, well, it just looks like a big dirt room until you swing around here. And you'll see that we have two almost perfectly furnished living quarters. One, everything adult would need. You know, computer, comfort, TV. Not so much on food, or a toilet, or a shower. Because, well, let's face it, Bubba Fat is a ghost. And he can't die. So we don't really need to concern him with those things like hygiene and sustenance. So he has no toilet, no source of food, and no way to clean himself. And just for shits and giggles, I may take out the chair and the couch just so he has to always be exhausted. And of course, we have a nice little viewing port here so he can whistle and wave at his estranged girlfriend, Stella No Fella, whenever she comes down to visit. And if she ever decides to do anything with that big dirt void in the bottom of her new house. Now, if we come down here and look at the other side, we have a nice, modest child's room set up. You know, bookshelf and little toddler bed, some little activities, and a nice toddler motif. And of course, a couple little viewing windows so Stella can see her booming child grow as they do. And finally, I believe it's time for Hubba Bubba and Bubba Fat to finally meet, father and son together, finally, after I don't even know how old that fucking kid is, but it's time. They really need to come together. I mean, they actually have a relationship status, which is weird. I don't know how, because they've never met, but that's just a technicality. They have a window to view each other. So actually, in these trying times of 2020 and 2021, I'm just going with the standard of quarantining. So each one has their own isolated space, and Stella No Fella gets the rest of the entire house to herself. Here on the lake, we needed a lake view, and you know, a little park to walk around and stuff like that. And then we'll have shops and stuff to go to. You see, there's my house right over here right across the street. So I'm not moving far. But yeah, this is where this is heading. Is my lovely little demented family is about to take their household to the next level as soon as I get this house finished. And the next level being isolation basement. So we're going to see how they develop. Stella being as successful with no wants or needs at all, but she's still evil. So I've noticed at the old house, whenever she goes down to see Hubba Bubba, or she hangs out with Bubba Fat in his entombed room, just being around them while they're in sheer misery gives her a happiness boost because she is so evil. So, you see, out of chaos, life begins anew as the symbiotic circle continues and one hand feeds the other mouth and life continues. And it'll always find a way, and that's the lesson we're learning from all this, is life will always find a way, even in the worst conditions possible and beyond. You can still thrive. It's really just a matter of your determination. So stay tuned to see where this fucking goes, because it's just getting started and we have more people to make, we have more lives to break, and we have more boundaries to just step over and do the Macarena on the other side, because it's a video game. We honestly don't give a fuck. Sky's the limit. And the basement as well. So I'll keep chugging away on this on both sides. I'll keep building on the house, and I'll keep developing our dysfunctional family across the street here. And once we get set up in our new house, then just because we're familiar with the layout, I will create another household of fucked up people to live here in the old house. And then the rest of the buildings in this whole city will all be commercial, so we have places to shop and hang out and go socialize. So it'll just be my fucked up family and another fucked up household of roommates. Maybe with an adopted kid. You never know. There's always a chance Stella may want to redeem herself for babysitting so many years ago. But yep, we're coming along nicely, so stay tuned to see where Stepford wife, alcoholic, no Stella no fella, and her living estranged boyfriend, the ghost of Bubba Fat, and their bastard child Hubba Bubba. We're gonna see how they develop in their new abode after I get it finished, and then we're gonna give them some fucked up neighbors to go across the street, and we're gonna see what happens with these two households in a regular society. I'm sure hilarity can ensue. All right, peace out.